everybody, welcome to another episode of Psycho's Platters, always powered by coffee each and every time. So I know you're probably maybe asking yourself, hey, Psycho, what are you doing now? Well, this is a response to another vinyl tag. Yes, I've been meaning to do this. No, it's not Rob Walker's yet, he's the next one, but Elvis Cup Guy, that's right, that is the YouTube vinyl channel that you need to subscribe to because he's a cool dude. Elvis Cup Guy has started an Elvis Vinyl Tag 2024, just like I started the Monkeys tag, right? Well, he started an Elvis tag. So we're going to have 5 questions here, okay? And I've got answers for 4 of the 5, all right? And I'll explain why in a little bit. So you did ask the question, first Elvis album you ever got. So here's the thing. Well, I thought I had a copy of Moody Blue, okay? Yes, I wish it was on black vinyl, but no, it was on blue vinyl. And I cannot find the damn thing for the life of me, alright? So I'm sorry about that. But that was like probably my first new, it was first and new Elvis album. After that, I remember getting, you'll have to forgive me, it's either GI Blues or Blue Hawaii. I'm not sure which would be the next one. So instead, I'm going to show you one of the first Elvis records I ever found. This was in the early 90s, actually. There's a kind of a long story to this, but I'll try to shorten it up. Your EP here, Elvis Volume 1. Here's the front, here's the back. This is from 1956, okay? So the story is that I found the cover in a metal 45 case full of records. Yeah, early 90s, yeah. And I bought the whole thing, and this was in there, but without the record. And I'm sitting there going, uh-oh. It took me almost 20 years to find the record to this at a Goodwill here in Northwest Arkansas. So this thing is complete. Every time I look at this, this just reminds me of way back in the day when I found this thing. That's the one thing, when you're Frankensteining, you're trying to find, missing cover and missing record or something like that. So I hope that sort of answers the question. It says your show latest Elvis vinyl. So the latest Elvis vinyl that I've got is, excuse me a second here. Okay. I managed to pick up. Now, I know you're not going to be able to see this really well, but this is also from 1956. I picked this up in it was in a resale shop. 50 cents a piece, each one for the box, right? So this here is another EP, but this one here is SPA-7-27. Now, this is one of those highlights, RCA Highlights EP, where they would show some of the RCA artists that they had at the time, okay? If I remember correctly, there was 2 such promotional EPs. And if I remember right with this one anyway, you had to go to your local RCA dealer to get this. Now, the cover is tougher than the record to find, okay? I also know that it's been counterfeited, that cover. So I wouldn't almost even know what a real one is from a fake. But, so the Elvis track on here, excuse me while I dig, Gonna Sit Right Down and Cry is your track from Elvis. And then the other ones on here, you've got Boston Pops are on here, and some guy named Rick Stevens, and Lindstrom, I think that's what it says. And other fun stuff, okay? So, to be able to find this, I was really, really surprised to get that, right? So, also, this part is being split into two, okay? I found a couple picture sleeves, all right? The picture sleeves were in the middle of a pile of 78s that I found here in Northwest Arkansas at an antique mall. I didn't want to ruffle anybody's feathers. I wasn't going to go, hey, how much are these? I bought the whole box of 78s. It's like $15, $20 for the whole box, all right? There was a handful of blues records in there too, doo-wop. Great. But this was one of them. This is the front, and this is the back, all right, for Love Me Tender. And it says, many also available on 45 extended play and 33 and a third RPM. All right. Question 3. Show your non-Elvis vinyl LP. And what you mean by that, of course, is something that's kind of tied in to Elvis. All right. I'm going to show you two, is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to show you two. Well, actually, I apologize. Boy, oh boy, I really was not thinking really well today, am I, on this? I'll show it at the end. How about that? There was an extra find I had for you to look at. But these two albums I found within a year's time, and I thought it was really, really funny. So I'm going to show you both of these things. This first one here, Somewhere Elvis is Smiling. Keith Bradford, all songs written by Jimmy Crane, writer of Elvis Presley's big ballad, Hurt. All right. And this one's signed. I don't know who Keith Bradford is, but believe you me, it says here that this album was produced by Jimmy Crane and Porter Wagner. How about that for strange on that? But here you are for that bit. And let's see if we could show a label here. It just simply says New Sound Records, okay? The other one that I found, really strange. This came out, I think, around the early 80s, if I remember right. From the King of Rock and Roll to the King of Kings, Rick Stanley, which was Elvis's half-brother, step-brother, excuse me, if you will. And he signed this sucker here. I found out later that Rick did an appearance in Northwest Arkansas at a church, all right? And this is one of those albums, I'm guessing. Here's the front, here's the back. It shows here, of course, a picture of him with Elvis in Las Vegas, 1971, all right? There's a couple Elvis pictures on here. He also does testimonial songs. He'll Last Forever and Who Am I? Vance Greek does that on here too. And so that, I have a hard time getting to the vinyl, so I'm not going to do that. So those are my two non-Elvis vinyl related. Show your Elvis bootleg vinyl. Now, I have to apologize, okay, because it is really hard. I've only ever come across any Elvis bootlegs maybe twice out of 40 years of collecting, 40 plus years. And one of them I snagged, and that was the $1 Million Quartet, before that got legitimately released, okay? That's a very cool thing in December of '56, that Elvis came back, and they had that tape rolling. Thank God they had the tape rolling on that. It was a very interesting bootleg, okay? Of course, obviously now it's been, 90% of Elvis's stuff has already been released anyway now, and cleaned up and legit. But unfortunately, if I remember correctly, that $1 Million Quartet bootleg got swiped in a move that I had in the 2000s, the mid-2000s. So I apologize about that. So here's what I'm going to do instead, though, okay? I'm going to go off and I'm going to show you an additional find that I found around Thanksgiving time. Now, this is Elvis's Spin Out from 1966, okay? So here's your front and here's your back. Now, as you can see, it's kind of worse for wear. The vinyl is exactly not that great, to be honest. but I got it for the hype sticker. Okay, this is a stereo press. I wish it was a mono, but I only paid, see if I can get this out here, I only paid $7 total for this thing because it was half off and it was hiding in a box. Well, the blurb here says special bonus for a limited time only, full color photo of Elvis inside this album. That's right. So that's why I bought Elvis's Spin Out. Now, last question. Show your favorite Elvis vinyl LP or a single. I think one of my favorite Elvis songs, believe it or not, is Patch It Up. I don't know why. I think that that's the way it is version. The live version is great. It cooks better than the studio. But since I can't find my Patch It Up, I thought I'd give you one of my top 5. Hound Dog. Yeah, Hound Dog's in my top 5 from him. And this is also another one of the picture sleeves that I found along with the Love Me Tender in that box of 78. So I know I wasn't able to completely answer the questions correctly, but I hope that that you're satisfied with that. And you know, Elvis Cup guy, I think he got a great channel. All right, everybody sub to him. And you know what? I'm going to tell you, till next time, take care. God bless. Rock on. Always powered by coffee each and every time. Elvis has left the building. Thank you very much.